P-game the Lockhead. In a world full of Master Roshis, old man Yamas, Neteros, in a world full of all these old niggas, give me old man Takamura. I ain't gonna lie. Because I've been pushing the narrative that Sakamoto Day has been the most creative fighting manga in terms of just they fight scenes. I've always pushed that narrative ever since Nagamo stepped on the scene. I've been pushing this narrative because they really will do some shit in the weirdest way possible, and it's so clean. It's always clean. Everybody has a clean skill set, and everyone in this manga usually has some really weird weapon. They either have a really weird weapon or they just don't have a weapon and are skilled with using everything. Sakamoto. But old man Takamura, just a nigga with a sword. He's just an old man with a sword. And he made it work. He made it work better than everybody else could ever touch one. I'm talking about, I would say he's a top ranker. He's a top 10 swordsman in all of anime. He's top 10. I'm iffy about giving him top 5. Like in terms of technique, I'm a little scared to give him top 5 because we got Rono and Kenshin. We got Kenshin. We got... See, people want to say Zoro, but Zoro ain't past Mihawk. So we gonna say Mihawk. He's top 6. He's top 6. But, yeah, let's really talk about this shit. Because it... One of the craziest shits I've seen. He put the sword to the nigga's neck. Hit both the raids on the JAAs. From the JAA raid, the first time when he had clipped Gaku, because Gaku was looking like top 3. He was top 3 in the raid. It was him, Nagumo. No, he was Nagumo. Was Nagumo there? If Nagumo wasn't there, then Gaku was top 3. If Nagumo was there, then they really even. They really even, if we being honest. The point is, Gaku was clearing that shit. Gaku was working everybody in the building until this old nigga with a sword he put the sword through the door handle. That entrance is so tough because the whole panel goes blank. There's no text bubbles, and you just see a little sword, the little tip of the sword go through the door as the door creaks open. This nigga is the boogeyman. But he comes through, works his ass, cuts his arm off, he cuts the arm off, and had this man booking it all the way to Uzuki. And then Uzuki heard him, X and what's her name, Sakumoto, they heard he was coming through, got the fuck up out of there. They got the fuck up out of there. And when the assassination had came through, you see why they got the fuck up out of there. The bathroom scene when they caught this man taking the shit, I mean, it's understandable. You never supposed to interrupt another man while he's handling business. That's disrespectful. Put the sword up to the dude's neck, unsheath it, slicing him in the process, clean. Then dude went to draw his sword, didn't even get to pull it out. He tried to draw his gun, didn't even get to pull it out. Slice and dice, cut the man's arms off. This is top tier plays. He gets to the roof, and his entrance, he didn't even do the little door handle thing this time. I think all he did was stand on top of the glass, and they seen Sakamoto looked up, and he was like, "Ooh, fuck." They was fucked. When that chapter had came out and I seen that panel, I said, "Yeah, everybody's done. Clear the building. Everybody get the fuck up out of here." A real one that showed up. And you know he the realest nigga ever because he ran through the gauntlet. He really did beat their ass. He beat their ass. Like, this is an old man classic ass whooping. This was a classy ass whooping. He was fucking up Slur. He fucked up Slur. Nagumo, you can make the excuse that Nagumo was tired because he just got finished working with Gaku. But even then, whooped Gaku's ass. No, whooped Nagumo's ass. Nagumo was on his team. He was on his team. He caught a stray. He caught a stray. He caught a stray, bro. He caught a stray. Got an ass whooping for no reason, basically. But he beat him. He beat him. Had both of them on the brink of death. Then it was all Sakumoto in the ISO. Sakumoto ain't do too bad in the ISO. He ain't do too bad, but Sakumoto was basically like portrayed as the strongest assassin of all time. And he just couldn't beat him. It was clear he couldn't beat him too. It was like there was no point for real until there was really no point where it felt like Takamura was gonna die. I ain't gonna lie. Everything felt like the whole goal was to escape. The goal was not to win, it was to escape. Nope, everybody understood they couldn't beat him. Even when Gaku and volleyball player had showed up to try and help, that lasted a manga chapter. It lasted a single chapter. They cut this man's arm off, and his cuts is so clean that he can literally just place a limb back on. No sewing, nothing. He can literally just place the limb back on, and it'll work perfectly normal. It's as if nothing was cut at all. That's tough as hell. That's tough as hell. And everybody has these creative fighting styles. He's just a strong nigga with a sword. He's just cutting through buildings. He's slicing through buildings every single time. He's slicing everything apart. It's nothing creative. He's not doing no spin moves with this shit. He's just cutting everything. And you know he a motherfucking dog. When it took, the only way that he was able to die, the only way he was able to finally lose was because X unlocked his personality and snuck him with his own bag. That's the only way he was losing. He lost to himself. That's tough. That's tough. And now that Slur, they had to force a whole training arc. Everybody needed a training arc because they realized that Slur has Sakamura's personality now. So now it's a problem. Now he's really a problem. At first, they could have beaten him if they really wanted to. If they really put their all into it, they would have worked him. They could have jumped him. It would have been easy. Takamura now, he got that personality. That shit, GG's, nigga. GG's. This whole video is a glaze-a-thon. I ain't gonna lie. Like, out of everybody, Old Man Takamura is like my third favorite old character in anime. That's without a doubt. Like, that goes without saying. But out of everybody in Sakamoto days, Gaku is definitely my favorite. It used to be Nagumo, but Nagumo, when he first showed up, I was like, oh, he cool. He got the personality, but it's something that's not, it's something throwing it off. Gaku has it, the nonchalantness. You gotta see it. Nagumo too happy about this shit. What you smiling for, nigga? What you smiling for? Ain't nothing funny. Nah, this video getting too long. I ain't got nothing to talk about. Look at that mustache. I'ma fuck with you. Stay safe, though. I'm out.